And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So, however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered in multiple ways. Alrighty, today is a big old Saturday. Once again, full day of NFL preseason football. There is also college tipping off today, so great on that. Double dipping in football. I'm all about that. So we're going to try to get out of here by 1 o'clock before the Bills and Packers games kicks off so we can get in, watch that so we can break it down tomorrow on the show. But today on the show, there was preseason games last night. Still some interesting things that we can kind of look for to kind of get our true last look at some of these teams. 8 teams played yesterday, 4 games total. That's their last action, their last getting stuff out there, out on tape, out on film, out in front of all the fans and the media to judge and critique, and that's what we will be doing. So we'll be watching and breaking down those 4 games from last night, and if we have time in the show, we'll kind of do our predictions for today's games, and we will start seeing what the win totals are like according to Vegas, and seeing if we can see these teams achieving that win total so we can bet on it and make some money. So that's what we have today on the show. Let's just jump right into it with the stories of the day. And the first one, the breaking news of today, folks. Well, we know that Trevor Lawrence already won the starting job for the Jaguars. That came to absolutely zero surprise to literally everybody. And now we get this. The Jacksonville Jaguars are trading Gardner Minshew to the Eagles. And get this, for a 6th-round pick? What? Urban Meyer, I thought this was a open quarterback competition. If this was truly an open quarterback competition, you don't trade that other quarterback away. The Broncos didn't trade away Drew Lock. Drew Lock and Gardner Minshew are both going into their 3rd year. You still have them under rookie deals. You're not really you're not paying these players a lot of money. And you go and trade Gardner Minshew, who you called, hey, a true starter. He could have been a starter as the Jaguars. According to Urban Meyer, this was an open quarterback competition from start to finish. And then you just throw the other one in the garbage for a 6th-round pick? 6th round? That's nothing. That's a trash pick, and you got rid of a certified good quality backup quarterback, and you get rid of him for a 6th-round pick? Urban Meyer, what are you doing here? I mean, Urban Meyer has literally floundered in every step of this process of becoming the head coach. The only decision that he did good that was kind of made right was drafting Trevor Lawrence #1 overall. But really, that wasn't his decision. That was just the consensus decision by literally everybody. Everybody knew that Trevor Lawrence was the 1st overall pick in this year's draft and that he should have been the 1st quarterback taken, which he was. So that was Urban Meyer's only good decision, and it was a decision that you didn't really make. So signing Tim Tebow, that kind of, didn't win over the locker room or really anybody. Having Gardner Minshew be an actual quarterback competition participant, and I'm not knocking Gardner Minshew. I do kind of like Gardner Minshew. I think he has what it takes to potentially be a good starter in this league. I just don't think he's there just quite yet. Still needs to learn and hone in those kind of accuracy skills a little bit more. But Gardner Minshew is a solid backup in this league, and Urban Meyer just threw him away for literally nothing. And Urban Meyer was taking away starting reps for Trevor Lawrence the entire offseason, or the entire training camp and in preseason. Give Trevor Lawrence, who we all knew was going to be the starter, go out and get him every single starting rep, because folks, we hear it all the time. players, young players, rookie players, even veterans, they're all like, you only get better if you have those reps, and you are taking away valuable reps from Trevor Lawrence, giving them to Gardner Minshew to try to say that Gardner Minshew is somehow having an equal opportunity to truly compete for the starting job, which we knew was it was nonsense right off the rip. It made no sense. And then maybe we were thinking, okay, maybe Urban Meyer's kind of playing the big game, the smart, big brain, high IQ play where you kind of just say it in the media, hey, Gardner Minshew's looking real good. He could potentially upset Trevor Lawrence to be the starter here. You kind of say that to get interest in other teams being like, oh, maybe I want Gardner Minshew. If Gardner Minshew's looking so good for the Jaguars and we kind of need a backup quarterback, oh, let's go out and trade Gardner Minshew. And we were kind of thinking maybe Urban Meyer's looking for like a second or even third round pick. And now Urban Meyer trades him for a 6th round pick. So if Urban Meyer's, kind of plan with Gardner Minshew was to kind of make him look good in the trade market, well, that didn't work out either because he's only a 6th round pick. I would have said it was a win. I would have said this was a win for the Jaguars if it was like a 3rd round pick. Really kind of a 2nd round pick. That would have been a huge win. I don't think he would have ever gotten a 1st round pick for Gardner Minshew, but a 2nd round pick, that's an instant win for the Jaguars, and I would have commended Urban Meyer. All right, you played the game correctly. You won. If it was a 3rd round pick, it wouldn't have been that great, but I still think I would have counted it as a small win for Urban Meyer. Hey, you got a 3rd round pick. That's kind of, the middle of the draft where, you can still get some good value and kind of potential emergence year 1 by those kind of round 3 rookies. Anything after that, you're just kind of taking a shot at the dark, really. All right, we liked what this kid did in college. Everything that he kind of puts out on tape shows that he could be a great player in this league, but he's a 4th round pick. You're really kind of going kind of 50-50 bust or boom. So, a 6th round pick is just an utter absolute loss by Urban Meyer in this Jacksonville Jaguars team. You hindered the progress of Trevor Lawrence. You didn't get anything out of it, and now here we are. You have no backup now. You got rid of your backup. Trevor Lawrence, missed out on reps, and you got a 6th round pick. That sounds like a bad plan to me. If you told me, hey, we're going to take away reps from Trevor Lawrence so we can get a 6th round pick in a couple of weeks, I'd be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're starting Trevor Lawrence. You're getting him all those reps. I don't give a damn about no 6th round pick. I would rather keep Gardner Minshew than get a 6th round pick. Gardner Minshew is better than a 6th round pick, so why would I get rid of Gardner Minshew when I have no other serviceable quarterbacks? Let's bring up this Jaguars depth chart. Who the hell is their 2nd string quarterback? And this is like a big emphasis that has been getting kind of put out there the last couple of weeks, just like a narrative in the mainstream media of like all these teams wanting a solid backup quarterback, and now the Jacksonville Jaguars are going with CJ Beathard. That's who you think is better than Gardner Minshew? So if, gosh forbid, anything happens to Trevor Lawrence, this team is absolute dumpster garbage now. At least with Gardner Minshew, you had the potential to possibly maybe win a couple of games. CJ Beathard, he doesn't give you that opportunity at all. At all. And he's been getting the 3rd string reps. So, he's not even up to speed in this offense. So, Urban Meyer is truly floundering here, folks. Urban Meyer is floundering big time. Every single decision that he has made 100% by himself has not panned out. The only decision that panned out well was drafting Trevor Lawrence, and that's not even your pick. He drafted Travis Etienne in the 1st round as well with the 2nd first-round pick. And he got injured. Urban Meyer's not having a good track record here with the start of the Jaguars, folks. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Every single decision has not panned out even closely what Urban Meyer thought that decision would pan out. So, once again, begs the question, is Urban Meyer even a good head coach? Maybe in college, that's been proven. We'll give him that, but the NFL is a different beast, and he is floundering big time here. So, absolutely ridiculous that they trade Gardner Minshew for a 6th round pick. Now let's talk about the recipient of Gardner Minshew, and let's talk about that side of it. The Eagles, why? You already have Joe Flacco. Nick Sirianni is so big on Joe Flacco that he still kind of, made it a little bit of a, hey, earn your spot. Jalen Hurts isn't a starter. I don't even know if Jalen Hurts has been officially named the starter yet for this Eagles team, folks. That's how big Nick Sirianni is on Joe Flacco for whatever reason. season, and then you bring in Gardner Minshew. So, I mean, they're rocking with 3 quarterbacks now. I mean, Jalen Hurts is already having trouble, beating out Joe Flacco, according to Nick Sirianni. Now you bring in Gardner Minshew. I mean, now you're just adding way more question marks in the quarterback room with this Eagles team. It's going to have depth, but, I mean, you're not going to use these quarterbacks as long as Jalen Hurts is healthy, I would assume, but maybe if he's not getting it done, maybe you go to Joe Flacco. But how many years does Joe Flacco have left in the NFL? So I mean, if you're trying to kind of go to Joe Flacco, it's like, okay, well, how long do you expect to go with him? And then what are we going to do with Jalen Hurts? And now you bring in Gardner Minshew. So when Joe Flacco leaves the Eagles, now the quarterback controversy is still here with Philadelphia. So I don't think they're doing any favors by Jalen Hurts. It's like, if I'm Jalen Hurts and you're bringing in all these other kind of solid quarterbacks, it's like, why? Do you not believe in me? Do you think I'm not going to get it done? So once again, what happened? Carson Wentz in Philadelphia, not feeling truly loved and not truly feeling like he was the number one quarterback, even though he was being told he was the number one quarterback. It seems like history is going to repeat itself with this Eagles team right here. And it's absolutely ridiculous. What is going on? And let's talk about Gardner Minshew. I know he doesn't want this at all. He's basically kind of like third string out here with the Eagles. I would put him ahead of Joe Flacco, but Nick Sirianni, he's in love with Joe Flacco for some reason, so maybe he's the third string now. But we heard Gardner Minshew say earlier this offseason, hey, I want to be a starter. And if I'm not the starter, then I'm going to leave because I want to be the starter. And now he's the third string on the Eagles, so he's not happy. Jalen Hurts can't be happy. Why did the Eagles even do this in the first place? I don't know what is going on here. Everybody with Gardner Minshew, I mean, is acting irrationally for no reason. So I don't know what the hell to make of this. I think it's kind of a lose-lose for both teams. I mean, the Eagles got a quarterback, but it just adds controversy to the locker room. He's obviously not going to play this season. What do you do with them? If Jalen Hurts for some reason goes down, you have Joe Flacco, and now you've got 3-string quarterback. I just don't get what people are thinking. What is the win here? What is the overall win point for the Jaguars and the Eagles of making this deal? It seems like nobody won. But yet here we are talking about the deal that got done. So I don't even know. This makes no sense to anybody for any reason at all. I don't know, folks. It's crazy. This makes no sense, but Gardner Minshew to the Eagles for a 6th-round pick. What? So Urban Meyer doesn't know what he's doing coaching-wise. I feel bad for Gardner Minshew. He's just trying to get another opportunity to play on a good team that he could potentially carry. He's got some good stats at the quarterback position, just unfortunately didn't result in the wins last season, and we can truly chalk that up to the Jaguars just being absolutely atrocious from the top down. Personnel-wise, coaching-wise, front office-wise, everything is trash on this team. So I'm not blaming Gardner Minshew. Put him on a serviceable team. The man could be an above-average game manager quarterback, in my opinion. So that's where we're at with Gardner Minshew. I feel for the man. How unfortunate. Not going to play in Philadelphia. Or maybe he does, because Nick Sirianni, another new head coach, first-time head coach in this league, like Urban Meyer, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing either. So maybe they're going to try and flip Gardner Minshew. How crazy is that? We're introducing kind of buying and flipping in the NFL. That doesn't really happen. So I don't know, man. I don't think this is a good deal by anybody. I think Urban Meyer floundered on the Gardner Minshew and Trevor Lawrence handoff. I think the Eagles are floundering with the Jalen Hurts situation, and now you bring in a third good quarterback that can get it done potentially in this league, and now Gardner Minshew is not happy because he's third string. So literally nobody is happy, smiling, or winning coming out of this deal, but they all made it. So Urban Meyer can't coach, folks. I'm really kind of leaning towards that being the case, and we'll see how it plays out this season. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Next story up. All right, Mac Jones being a nice true leader. Y'all know we love leadership here on the show at the quarterback position. We just saw Dak Prescott in Hard Knocks the last couple of weeks being a great leader. We saw Tua last week on the sideline of preseason game number 2 for the Dolphins being an absolutely great leader. And now we get Mac Jones. Okay, stepping up and being a leader. So I guess there was a skirmish at the Packers and Giants joint practice the other day. And the linemen all had to run laps. Bill Belichick ordered them, hey, run laps. What are you doing getting into a fight at joint practice? Run. And Mac Jones chose to run laps with the offensive linemen who were involved in practice fight with the Giants. So Mac Jones, he wasn't involved with the brawl, but he was like, you know what? Those are my guys out there. They were probably, protecting me, The Giants were getting after me and the line was sticking up for me. I'm going to stick up for the linemen out here and I'm going to go run laps with them because this is a team. And for that, that's pretty solid. Mac Jones truly buying into the team of this Patriots organization and football club. Yeah, I loved it by Mac Jones here. We still don't know if he's truly the starter. He had a little bit of a bad day at practice on Thursday, where Cam Newton shined a little bit more. Cam Newton's first day back from the 5-day kind of quarantine of COVID misunderstanding. So Mac Jones getting it done. I love the leadership, and we'll see if he can continue to grow. But this is a good step and a good kind of anecdote that we can kind of point back into maybe midway in the season where Mac Jones does finally get named the starter if Cam Newton's not getting it done. So Mac Jones, he keeps on impressing me, folks. He honestly does. I had no faith in him as he got drafted. I thought he was going to be a bust. I never thought he was going to pan out. I thought it was an overreach to draft him as a quarterback, but he's been kind of looking all right in preseason, pretty solid at, not kind of a number one overall rated quarterback rookie in this year's draft class, but, he's getting up to speed as quickly as he can, potentially rivaling Cam Newton for the starting job right here, and he's learning some absolute great leadership. He's being a leader and, leading by example, getting it done, and I can't hate against that. So Mac Jones, he's kind of winning me over, folks, and I kind of want to see him out there. We just bought 5% stake into Cam Newton for kind of rebounding on Thursday's practice. But, we're very, very close. We're not interested in Cam Newton. We're just hanging on because of what he did in the past, really. That's really why we have 5% stake left in Cam Newton. But I would love to see Mac Jones at some point this season take over the reins and see what this man can do. And if he started from week 1, I would have no issue with that. So I think that might be the right decision, too. We'll see, though, how this last week and a half goes. But, Mac Jones, man, I love the leadership there. Let's see if he can continue to grow throughout the season. And if he gets his opportunity at the starting job, let's see if he goes out and seizes every single moment of it. So, well done by Mac Jones. Alrighty, somebody else that is not handling the quarterback competition, good quarterbacks, multiple good quarterbacks on your team, not at the greatest. I don't think this is the right way to handle this situation. We'll see, though. The San Francisco 49ers, Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo are expected to share playing time this season. Alrighty, we still don't know what this truly means. We heard Kyle Shanahan say maybe 2 weeks ago in a quote, Trey Lance is going to play this year. He is going to play. We are going to play him this year. That is 100% certain. That is right from Kyle Shanahan's mouth. We don't know what capacity he will be playing. Is it going to be like a special drive? Is there a special kind of play set where Trey Lance is already better than Jimmy Garoppolo? Maybe it's a certain ball. Maybe it's a 15-yard kind of out route or curl route that Trey Lance throws better than Jimmy G. Maybe it's a deep ball that Trey Lance throws better than Jimmy G, and you're gonna put Trey Lance out for maybe like one drive a game to try to execute those plays that Jimmy G just cannot, whether it's maybe a dual threat, maybe it's the play action selling it a little bit better, maybe it's the escapability of Trey Lance, just kind of getting him on the kind of outside of the offensive lineman, get him outside the tackle box so we can execute a play that Jimmy G just cannot. So Trey Lance is going to play the season, and now rumor is that they're expected to share playing time this season. Now, is that ever a good idea to share playing time at the starting quarterback position? Folks, when has having two great quarterbacks on your team and then sharing the plays ever worked. I mean, the Saints kind of did it a little bit with Taysom Hill and Drew Brees. We would see kind of Taysom Hill out at quarterback at some drives, some plays on the goal line. They would kind of sub Taysom Hill at the quarterback position because of the dual threat ability that Drew Brees just doesn't have, and it worked decently. It honestly didn't work that bad. That's really the only example, though, that I can really think of that truly has worked, and that has just happened in the last like 2 years. So maybe Kyle Shanahan kind of going with that. Jimmy Garoppolo not getting it done in the red zone. Is that a stat? Let me see if I can bring up a stat like that quickly. Is that what's going to happen? Trey Lance on the goal line for the dual threat ability, rushing him up the middle, rushing him right off the tackle, rushing him right off the tight end, or just getting him out in space and kind of having a run option or run pass option where he can run, pass, and throw all at once, or neither, or one of the bunch, So is Jimmy Garoppolo not good in the red zone? Let me quickly see if I can find anything like this. I don't even know. But let's see, I guess. Jimmy Garoppolo, red zone stats. That's what I want to see. Because if this man's not good in the red zone, then yeah, Kyle Shanahan may have the right decision to get him done and, use Trey Lance at the 5, at the 10, on the goal line from the 1, from the 2, just for that dual threat ability that Jimmy Garoppolo just doesn't have. So let's see what we get here. 2020, well, he didn't really play that much last year, so we would have to kind of do 2019. But let's go here and see where this takes us. 2020 red zone passing stats. Let's see where we get our man, Jimmy G. Where you at, Jimmy? Got to scroll down. Here we go. Jimmy Garoppolo. 12 completions on 18 attempts, 66%, 82 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks. That's from inside the 20. Inside the 10. We get 5 of 9, 55% completion percentage, still 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. We don't get how many chances. All Jimmy Garoppolo's red zone passing plays. Jeez. Oh, I love this link. Damn. Sheesh. Okay. Let's see if we can decipher something on this. This page isn't loading very well. A lot of text overlapping on each other. Alrighty. Okay. Here we go. The game against the Cardinals. Second quarter, 41 seconds left. Third down, 3rd and 4 at the Cardinals' 8-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo pass complete short to Trent Taylor for 2 yards. So that's a little bit short of the first down right there. Then we get against the Seahawks. Second quarter, 9 minutes, 38 seconds left. Second down, 2nd and 11 from the Seattle 17-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo pass complete short to Jerick McKinnon for only 2 yards. So now we're bringing up 3rd and 9 right there on that one. Then we get against the Rams. Second quarter, 1:51 left. 3rd and 2 from the Rams to Jimmy Garoppolo pass complete short to Brandon Ayuk for the touchdown. Getting it done right there. All right, let's see if we can go to 2019. Did Jimmy Garoppolo play more in 2019? Let's bring that up, I guess, because he was so injured. 2019, he played the entire season. So let's see if we can get up 2019 red zone passing stats. Here we go. Let's bring up this. Just because he didn't play that much, so his overall averages might be a little skewed just on, the sheer lack of number of attempts, because he only played 6 games in 2020. So the numbers are going to be a little in his favor just because he doesn't have that many attempts. So 2019 red zone passing stats. Let's see if we can get anything like this. All right, here we go. Let's see. 2019, he played all 16 games. A lot of opportunities to score in the red zone. Let's see how Jimmy G got it done. So here we go. Jimmy Garoppolo. Here we go. Kind of still ranked pretty high. All right, so from inside the 20, Jimmy Garoppolo, 46 out of 73, 63% completion percentage, and that's real gosh dang good. I mean, just a quick look right here. Only Jared Goff at 65%, Drew Brees at 69%, and Lamar Jackson at 63%. We're all better or tied with Jimmy Garoppolo. We got Ryan Tannehill at 70%, a dual threat quarterback right there. Lamar Jackson at 63%, a dual threat quarterback. Russell Wilson struggled mightily, only 49% in 2019. Damn, Russell, damn. All right, but back to Jimmy Garoppolo now, and from inside the 10, He went 25 of 40 for 62% completion percentage, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions from inside the 20. So the man kind of gets it done. Russell Wilson did have 25 touchdowns in the red zone, though. Goddamn. That's real gosh dang good. So, yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo's not that bad in the red zone. So, why are we bringing out Trey Lance? Why are we so adamant on bringing out Trey Lance year one? Jimmy Garoppolo's already serviceable, folks. We talk about it. He's got a great winning record in this league as a starter, 24-8. That's absolutely fantastic. I'll take 24-8 as a starting quarterback. Absolutely. If that's ever on the market, I get him all day. Absolutely. Obviously, his health is in question, and I really think that's the only way that Trey Lance should be seeing the field this season is if Jimmy G goes down. He's good in the red zone. So you don't really need Trey Lance to go and kind of substitute Jimmy Garoppolo in the red zone because Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't get it done. We just kind of said he does get it done. Top 10 of getting it done in quarterbacks in the red zone right here. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Kirk Cousins, both with 16 touchdowns in the red zone. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, he's kind of number 11 from the standpoint of most touchdowns in the red zone. And he's got great completion percentage. Top 3 of completion percentage, folks. This is real solid work. So, yeah, I don't really know why Kyle Shanahan is so adamant of coming out right now and saying, yes, Trey Lance will play this season. I think it's a little premature. Wait for Jimmy Garoppolo to go down because that's most likely going to happen. It happens every single season, and it's unfortunate, but, if you get injured, you're injury, prone. It's unfortunate. So I don't know, man. Kyle Shanahan still kind of adamant on playing Trey Lance this season, sharing play time. We'll see if it pans out well. I don't think Trey Lance is at the point of being a starter just quite yet, but Kyle Shanahan's obviously around him every single day, seeing a little bit more than we do, but we'll see if it works out. Kyle Shanahan, we know he can coach. He gets to the Super Bowl, but he can't finish it. Those fine details that kind of doing out of 100%, doing 99% of the things to 100% to a T. That last 1%, whatever it is, whether it's play calling, not being conservative when you're up, not calling the right plays, throwing the ball when you should be running the ball and eating up the clock, whatever that last 1% is, staying with, Trey Lance when you are kind of, vowing to stay by Trey Lance this season when maybe you shouldn't. Maybe that's the 1% this season, trying to incorporate Trey Lance this season when maybe you shouldn't, maybe hold back a little bit. We'll see how much he plays, but we do know that Trey Lance will play this season, folks. So we just don't know when, and we don't know at what capacity. All right, little quick update right here. The Saints-Cardinals game that was supposed to be played today is unfortunately canceled due to the impending impact of Hurricane Ida. Hopefully this goes by. I've been kind of watching the weather, and it could potentially get bad. We truly hope it doesn't. Let's knock on wood there. But the NFL and the Saints and the Cardinals are all taking precautions. I think the Cardinals were in mid-flight yesterday when the game ended up getting canceled, and they had to kind of reroute back to Arizona. But the Saints-Cardinals game is not going to be played today. So if you bet it, unfortunate. It's not getting played. So Jameis Winston, unfortunate, can't kind of come out here. We don't even know if he was going to play. Maybe kind of get the last little tweaks out of the way. 1 series, 2 series to get everybody fresh on the same timeline, on the same page, because, he was just named the starter. And unfortunate for Taysom Hill, can't kind of get great backup reps and kind of make Sean Payton eat his words a little bit by having an absolute great performance out here. So unfortunate for the Saints. Cardinals weren't really focusing on anything. Kyler Murray didn't even want to play. I think they kind of forced him, or were going to force him, but whatever. But the Saints and Cardinals are not playing today. All right, the last story to go over to, and then we'll head over to the NFL preseason games of yesterday and start looking at some film of that. But let's talk about the top 5 takeaways by Albert Breer, this time from the Giants training camp. Hopefully we get some good updates on Saquon Barkley. What is going on with him? We don't think he's going to be ready week 1. How unfortunate. But let's see if we get anything out of the observations of Albert Breer from the Giants training camp. Here we go. Takeaway number 1. Leonard Williams has been a monster in camp. Combined with Dexter Lawrence, he could make interior defensive line the strongest spot on the roster. Wow. And that's kind of saying something because we know this Giants team has an absolutely magnificent wide receiver depth chart right here. I mean, we talk about it all the time, folks. 5 deep at the wide receiver position. Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney, John Ross, all absolutely great. Athletic, fast, tall, can do it all. Can go and win those one-on-one battles down the field, 20, 40, 50 yards down the field. So, and then their tight end positions, Evan Ingram and Kyle Rudolph, 2 great tight ends right there. So, Albert Breer saying that this defensive line could be absolutely fantastic. Watch out for this Giants defense. It is kind of sneaky good, folks. Where did it rank last year? I thought it was a little surprising. I want to say like top 15 defense. So let's quickly see where this Giants defense ranked last season. Giants defense top 10, folks. It was number 9 in just kind of overall defense. So that's real kind of good. And now the defensive line getting better. This is going to be a sneaky good defense. Nobody kind of associates great defense with this Giants team, this kind of new era of Giants team. Everybody loves to focus in on Daniel Jones, and hey, I'm all about that too. I want to see Daniel Jones be absolutely great year 3 here coming up. But watch out for this Giants defense. The defensive line is going to be great. We like their kind of defensive backs. Adoree Jackson, James Bradbury, Jabril Peppers, and Logan Ryan at the safety and cornerback positions. We're all about it. So front's good, secondary's good, defense overall should be real solid, folks. Watch out for this Giants defense. All right, takeaway number 2. Edge rush is a question mark, but Azeez Ojulari looks like the first rounder some projected him to be, Lorenzo Carter /2. So, all right, so the defensive lineman is good, maybe not the edge rushers. We do believe heavily in Azeez Ojulari. Do we have him number 1 on our big board for defensive ends? We do. We have Azeez Ojulari number 1, Carlos Basham number 2, and Kwity Paye number 3. So, if Azeez Ojulari can come out and be absolutely fantastic, the number 1, number 1 projected starter. That's what we're talking about. So watch out for Azeez Ojulari. Who is he even? Oh yeah, they got him. Where they got Azeez Ojulari at? They don't even have him at the starting position. Interesting. So maybe they are a little bit deep there. Albert. All right. Let's take away takeaway number 3 right here. Here we go. Takeaway number 3, no secret that Andrew Thomas's progress, or lack thereof, will go a long way in determining where the team goes. He's been up and down, but better of late. So Andrew Thomas, let's see what position he's playing out here. Left tackle. All right, so just kind of shoring up the offensive line. Now, they do have Nate Soldier listed as their second string left tackle. Andrew Thomas is the starting left tackle. So, if he's not getting it done, I would have no problems going to Nate Soldier. Absolutely. A great, long, historic, great lineman for the New England Patriots during their dynasty. How old is this man? He is 33, so maybe a little bit... maybe getting a little bit up there. But, yeah, I would firmly believe in Nate Soldier. Absolutely. So, Nate Soldier did play, I was going to say, for the Patriots, 2011 to 2018. I was going to say, I'm not bugging, right? Yeah, so, yeah, Nate Soldier, offensive line tackle right here, second string. But if Andrew Thomas is still floundering a little bit, solid depth right there, I would say. All right. Takeaway number 4, 2 skill players that have great summers, Evan Ingram and Darius Slayton. The former just has to stay healthy. So, yeah, I mean, we like their depth everywhere on that kind of offense overall with the wide receivers and the tight ends, and we believe in Evan Ingram. We believe he can kind of be a tier 1 tight end in this league. He was just invited to tight end university this season, so hopefully learning from some of the best. And then Darius Slayton, once again, just that overall Darius Slayton, we believe in him as a wide receiver. And then the best thing about him is that he just needs to kind of go out and be the third string out here, with Kenny Galladay taking over kind of the number one, Sterling Shepard kind of the number two. Darius Slayton can be the number two on a team. I wouldn't put that past him. But, I mean, that's even better. I mean, to be such a great talent and surrounded by great talent that, you can be a one, but just have to be a three. I mean, you can absolutely excel plentifully in that regard. So, we do love their overall depth of offensive weapons, and that's why we need Daniel Jones to be so great, because you have an abundance of talent around you. If you don't get it done, that's kind of all on you. So real big pressure on Daniel Jones, especially compared to what Josh Allen did in his year 3 leap. We're going into the Daniel Jones year 3 leap with all this great talent. I mean, Josh Allen just took Stephon Diggs and freaking ran with it. Well, now Daniel Jones has Kenny Galladay, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney, and John Ross, and Evan Ingram, and Kyle Rudolph, and Saquon Barkley in the backfield. So, I mean, we're talking about 8 great weapons right here. Josh Allen really kind of did it with one. Give him some credit. All right, last takeaway right here. 2 things for the staff to sort out over the next 2 weeks: depth at wide receiver and cornerback. Giants feel like they're better at both spots, but how the pieces fit together is important. Yeah, I would say that, just finding that right mix. Do they have good height? Kenny Galladay, I believe, is 6'2". What do we got here? Official height? 6'4". Oh, absolutely great. I mean, that's fantastic. Sterling Shepard, I want to say, is a nice 6'1", potential 6'2". He's only 5'10". Not great. Okay. But he's got some good speed. Darius Slayton, 6'1"? 6'1". Okay, that one's right. John Ross, I want to say like 5'11", 5'10", but he's fast. He's real great speed. 5'11". Bingo, bango. And then Kadarius Toney. Once again, a little small, but who did I just look up? John Ross. Yeah, Kadarius Toney, I want to say like 5'10", but fast as heck. 6 foot. Fantastic. And he's fast as heck. So they do have they've got the height in Sterling and Kenny Galladay. Sterling Shepard's not bad either, but then they have the nice speed with John Ross and Kadarius Toney and Darius Slayton as well. So they do have some nice height and speed. So just kind of figure out the overall rotations on how you want to play with the height and the speed and all that. So, yeah, figuring out just the overall wide receiver depth. I hope they don't get rid of anybody. I want to see this Giants team with great rotational wide receiver depth right here. I would keep all 5. These are all great wide receivers that you can come up with right here. And then at the cornerback position, what do we got here with their second string? Because Albert Breer says, wide depth at the wide receiver and cornerback position. We know they've got depth at the wide receiver position. What is their cornerback depth looking like right here? We got Danny Holmes and Josh Jackson as the second string corners right here. So let's go to our favorite website, playerprofiler.com, to see what these corners were doing against some of the better wide receivers last season. How many yards were they giving up against, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 wide receivers? So let's bring up Josh Jackson first at the cornerback position. Josh Jackson, here we go. Let's see what he looks like on defense. Here we go, Josh Jackson. Game log. Alrighty, here we go. Against Deontay Harris of the Saints last season. No targets allowed. 0 yards allowed. Perfect. Against Olamide Zaccheaus of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, these are all tier 3 wide receivers, folks. I mean, these are tier 2 corners going against kind of tier 3. Didn't really go against anybody good. He did go against Scotty Miller against the Bucs, and we'll talk about that in a second. But back to Olamide Zaccheaus. He gave up 4 for 4 for 51 yards. That's a burn. Against Scotty Miller of the Bucs, he gave up 4 of 6 for only 25 yards. That's a decent lockup right there. Against Adam Thielen of the Vikings, he gave up 3 of 3 for 31 yards. That's not bad. Against Brandon Cooks of the Texans, 5 of 7 for 51 yards. A little bit of a burn. If you're giving up, like kind of 60+% catch percentage and, 10 yards per reception, more than 10 yards, that's kind of where you start to get burned a little bit. Against DJ Chark, 5 of 6 for 54 yards, right on the cusp of being good or bad. And then Cameron Brate, the tight end. Or no, Cameron Batson. Oh, 2 Camerons on. No, this is Tennessee. Disregard all that. Cameron Batson of the Tennessee Titans, 0 of 0 for 0 yards allowed. So overall, I don't know if we call that great depth at the cornerback position, but let's see if our other second string cornerback Darnay Holmes is a little bit better than Josh Jackson. I don't know if I can get beyond that player. Darnay, lost his name. Darnay Holmes. Darnay Holmes. Here we go. All right, hopefully Darnay Holmes is a little bit better at the cornerback position. Jeez. Josh Jackson. Got to get that up a little bit. All right, here we go. Darnay Holmes. He's only 5'10", not the greatest. All right, here we go. Game logs from last season. Here we go. Against Juju Smith-Schuster, gave up 5 of 6 for 49 yards. Against Trent Taylor, 3 of 4 for 49 yards. He locked up Anthony Miller of the Bears, 0 of 2 for 0 yards. Against Cooper Kupp, 3 of 3 for 2 yards. That's a great lockup. Against CeeDee Lamb, 8 of 12 for 93 yards. That's a burn, folks. Against Isaiah Wright of Washington, 0 of 0 for 0 yards. Against Cam Sims of Washington, round 2, 5 of 6 for 143 yards on 5 catches. God damn, that's a big old burn. You're calling this depth? I don't know. Against Tyler Boyd of the Bengals, 2 of 6 for 15 yards. That's a good lockup. Against Tyler Lockett of the Seahawks, 2 of 4 for 27 yards. Not terrible. And then CeeDee Lamb, round 2, 2 of 4 for 20 yards. All right, locking him up. So he really only got burned 2 big times. Cam Sims giving up 143 yards and CeeDee Lamb giving up 93 yards. Round 2 against CeeDee Lamb, he locked him up, though. Not bad. So, Darnay Holmes, I don't know if we're talking about great depth at this cornerback position for the Giants. I agree with Albert Breer at the wide receiver depth. Cornerback depth, we'll leave it at that. All right, so that's the top 5 takeaways, according to Albert Breer, of training camp for the Giants. Unfortunately, no news on our man, Saquon Barkley, but we kind of are seeing him not, getting into any preseason action, not really getting into any contact in practice, and we're about a week and a half out, 2 weeks out from the start of the NFL season. So not looking like the best here for Saquon Barkley, but we're hoping and praying he's good week 1. Alrighty, those were all the stories that we needed to talk about for today, so let's head over to the games from yesterday. Now, not a lot of things to watch for in these games. Last preseason game, most teams not playing their starters. So we don't have to watch a lot here, especially with this Colts team. I mean, we know that Carson Wentz is going to be good week 1, so we don't have to watch Jacob Eason. We don't have to watch Sam Ehlinger not get it done. They ended up winning, the Colts. So let's start here with the Colts and the Lions. Colts ended up winning 27-17. I thought the Lions was a good pick here. Unfortunate. Sam Ehlinger and Jacob Eason, they didn't really do anything that great. Jacob Eason just moved the ball 74 yards. Sam Ehlinger moved it 63 yards. Both didn't score, but they were still able to put up 27 points and a lot better than what they did last week. Now, the one thing I do kind of want to take a quick look at for this Lions team is Penei Sewell, folks. I mean, this man is not getting it done, and another reason why we're not big on Dan Campbell. He is seeming to kind of swing and a miss on his first-round draft pick this season, taking the offensive lineman Penei Sewell. I mean, we never thought it was a great pick. We were never big into Penei Sewell. And we didn't like that he was playing left tackle in college, and going into what was I going to say? That he was playing at left tackle in college and then has to move to the right tackle position. And we've heard his struggles about that. So everything is not looking good for Penei Sewell. He got burned last week in their preseason game. And once again, he's getting burned right here, folks. Now, Kwity Paye is on the other side. We get Penei Sewell right here on the right side. And now, Penei Sewell's assignment didn't get the sack, but he still got burned right off the rip of this line. And here he is. He's on that side, folks. Let's point him out. He's on the right side right over here. Number 58, here he is. And once again, just gets burned. Now, Kwity Paye, number 51, comes from the left side. Penei Sewell on the right side. He was left tackle in college, right tackle now in the NFL. But, I mean, it's just not going good for Penei Sewell. Look at him get beat. Just getting beat every single time. And this is supposed to be a starting lineman, folks, and he's getting absolutely beat. He's not looking lateral quick. He's not able to kind of seal him as the edge rusher is going outside. He's not able to get on that outside quick enough. So Penei Sewell is still struggling here, folks, for this Lions team. And, this Lions team is not going to go anywhere if they can't protect Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff is borderline good. You get him under pressure every single down, and now he's not going to be putting putting up any points, any yards, any stats like that, and the Lions are going to be having a really, really potential poor, bad season right here. So, I was never a fan of this pick, man. It's just that, man. It's just, I don't see this man panning out so great that they were so excited. I mean, we've all seen the video of the front office of the Lions going absolutely nuts in the draft room when they were able to get him because they thought it was such a steal and such a great pick, and it's not really panning out to be that just quite yet. So we'll see if he gets a little bit better right here. Last preseason game, still getting beat, still getting burned. We'll see if he can kind of clean it up for the next 2 weeks before the start of the season. But Dan Campbell and company, I don't think Penei Sewell was the best fit right here at the first round pick. But we'll see. We'll see if it pans out. But that's really it. I mean, we don't care about these starting quarterbacks for either team. None of them will be playing, and nobody really played their starters. So we don't really care about this game in total, just really focusing on Penei Sewell because he was the only real starter out there playing, and he was getting burned. Not great. All right. Next game up here is the Steelers and the Panthers, and we don't have to watch anything on the Steelers. Well, maybe we will, because Dwayne Haskins, I mean, what the hell was that? Dwayne Haskins, what the hell was that? This was your opportunity. You were the only kind of quarterback starting right here. There was no Big Ben, no Mason Rudolph. It was just Dwayne Haskins with the start, and then Joshua Dobbs with the backups. But Dwayne Haskins, this was his moment to go out and seize everything, and he really didn't do that. Barely put up any points. He scored one touchdown. When did he score the touchdown? Did he get back in at the last? They put him in at the last series to get something done? That's crazy. They put Dwayne Haskins in the fourth quarter to try to get something. Josh Dobbs. So Dwayne Haskins starts the game, and then they go with Josh Dobbs in kind of the third quarter, and then they go to Dwayne Haskins at the end of the game to try and get something. But I mean, Dwayne Haskins couldn't do anything with kind of, the number ones of Carolina in the first half. And he goes 9 of 16 for 108 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. But in the beginning, they put up 0 points in the first half. That was all Dwayne Haskins not moving the ball down the field. And then they move him in the fourth quarter to get some good production to make his stats look good? The hell is that about? So we can watch Dwayne Haskins, but I want to start here with Sam Darnold so we can finally get our first good look of Sam Darnold playing more than just 1-2 series like he did in preseason game number 2. So let's quickly go through some of Sam Darnold's throws and plays and see how he was looking. Can Sam Darnold play? This is a huge narrative going into the season. We don't know if Sam Darnold can play quarterback, can be a good quarterback in this league because, he was unfortunately coached by Adam Gase in his basically entire career. Todd Bowles as well, I believe, for 1 year. But either way, he's still a question mark. So let's see what we get here. Let's watch all of or most of Sam Darnold's plays right here. Here we go. Play number 1, going with the check down out of the backfield. Didn't seem like anything was open. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Play number 2. What do we get? They're going to hand off the ball, run. I mean, can we talk about Chuba Hubbard? I believe this man had another good game. Was this man running here? Starting out, what do we got by Chuba Hubbard? 10 carries for 35 yards. Not terrible overall. Not terrible. So watch out for Chuba Hubbard, folks. Potential real good out here. But here we go. 1st and 10. Sam Darnold rolling out of the pocket, throwing it on the run perfectly, and it goes for 8 yards. Real great throw right there. Real great play overall. All righty. We get 2nd down. 2nd and 1. Sam Darnold in the shotgun, handing it off. Is Chuba Hubbard number 33? Or is it Spencer Brown? I just want to make sure I'm following kind of the right number. I guess we can go like this. Didn't want to stop the plays, but here we are. Chuba Hubbard, what do we got? Okay. Chuba. Let me just do Chuba. Okay, no players coming up for Chuba. Well, okay. All right, let's get back to the plays right here. All right, let's get back to the plays. Sam Darnold. I'll look it up on my phone. I don't want to do another tab. Are we on? Here we go. Let's get back to where we left off. All right, here we go. We're back where we left off. All right. Chuba Hubbard. What is his number? He is number... Can I just get his number? All right, but Sam Darnold taking a shallow out route for 2 yards. Was able to get the throw across the field, so I guess that's something. All right, next play up here by Sam Darnold. Just a setup wide receiver screen that goes for nothing. Chuba Hubbard was 30 in college. All right, Sam Darnold on 3rd and 6. Plenty of time to throw. Makes a wide open read right there, and he's able to just to get it for the first down. So Chuba Hubbard is number 30, not number 33. All right, now that we've got that figured out, all right, here we go. Now officially on the other side of the field here in Steelers territory, they go and run the ball here. Now it's Chuba Hubbard. Now, when we get the answer, then they show the back of the jersey. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Focusing back on Sam Darnold here. Drops back to pass on 2nd and 7. Another sling. These are all kind of short passes. He's not really doing anything more than 10 yards. This was a comeback route on the right side of the field by Rondell Moore, rookie wide receiver. Alrighty. What do we got here? So 1st and 10 now. Ooh, and a high throw over the middle of the field. The first real kind of true attempt down the field a little bit went way high. So going to have to rein that in a little bit. Was this? It's DJ Moore, not Rondo Moore. My apologies again. DJ Moore, who very, very solid last season. 1,000 yards with Teddy Bridgewater. So, definitely used that weapon. All right, here we go. Sam Darnold from the 28-yard line. A nice slant route over the middle of the field. That looks to be Robbie Anderson for about 8-9 yards, bringing up 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Here we go. Sam Darnold from the 20-yard line. They hand it off. So once again, another handoff here, and we saw that as well in preseason game number 2 where Matt Rule decided to run it, I believe, on the goal line, not trusting Sam Darnold on some kind of short down and distances. And once again, really not trusting him right here. They try to run up the middle with Chuba Hubbard, and he unfortunately does not get anything. But they go for it on 4th and 2. Do they try to trust Sam Darnold now? Here we go. Motion the wide receiver in. It's a play action pass. Sam Darnold running for his life out of the pocket at the right side and buys all the time. Unfortunately, cannot make the throw, and it goes incomplete. Turnover on down. So real interesting there. Sam Darnold starting to kind of struggle in kind of the red zone a little bit on that first drive. Starting to get, once the field starts to shrink a little bit. Unfortunate. All right, let's keep going here with Sam Darnold. Next possession. Here we go. 1st and 10. Great starting field position at his own 35-yard line. Must make something of this. Here we go. First drop back to pass. Nice little out route on the left sideline. It goes for a completion for about 5, maybe even 6 yards. What do we got? 2nd and 3 now. Let's see what they go with. Under center for Sammy D. Can he show us something good here? Let's see. All right, they're going to hand off the ball right here, and it gets nothing. A loss of like 3 yards. Sam Darnold, this is going to be like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. This is going to be big time for Sammy D with great starting field position. Here we go. Sam Darnold in the shotgun. Let's see how we can pick this up. Here we go. Drops back to pass. Sling over the middle of the field. It's a nice little kind of slant route, and he hits Rondell Moore, or not Rondell Moore, DJ Moore again. This one seemed to be a little not accurate, but it's DJ Moore making the most of these catches right here. You can believe in these wide receivers. These are good, solid wide receivers. Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Let's watch this pass one more time. Maybe a slight behind, but overall, decent throw. Not a bad throw right there on the second look. All right, here we go. Now across midfield on that first down throw pick up by Sam Darnold. Now on Steelers territory again. Let's see if he kind of can continue to sling it around here. They hand the ball off on 1st down. 2nd and 7 now. I just want to see Sam Darnold throw. Let's start to get more passes here. Let's see if Sam Darnold can get it done. All right, short play action. Steps up in the pocket. Decides to run with it. It picks up 6 yards. Not bad. The pressure, that pocket was collapsing fast. The pressure was getting to him. So a good read right there. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Good pocket awareness, I should say. They go with the fullback once again. Maybe going a little bit too much in the running game. Believing in the running game a little bit too much. Taking the ball out of Sam Darnold's hands. And once again, what is Matt Rule's, overall philosophy and motto? And this one just boinks in barely. Because we've seen Matt Rule kind of take Sam Darnold, but then still keep the door open for, Deshaun Watson, never really, saying that that's off the table. And then, not giving Sam Darnold the ball on third down, not trusting him. So we're really not sure where Sam Darnold really falls with Matt Rule. Is Sam Darnold everything that Matt Rule has, wanted him and wanting him to live up to be, everything that he thought he would be and more, or not? So we'll get that more clearly in the regular season. We're really not seeing him believing in Sam Darnold too much in the preseason though. Is that start to be a little red flag? That red flag starts to be raising a little bit. We're like mid-hand turn of the red flag being truly raised. We got the flag right here. We're starting to turn it. It's a little horizontal right now. All right, let's watch this. We're not going to watch all the plays by Dwayne Haskins. There's no reason to. He didn't take advantage of his opportunity. Classic Dwayne Haskins. But let's watch this one interception. Was this bad? Here we go. Play action pass, rolling out to his right and just way behind, and it's tipped and it's picked. But that's Dwayne Haskins for throwing way behind. So once again, we just can't buy Dwayne Haskins. We're at 1,000% off of Dwayne Haskins like we have been ever since basically game 1 of last season for the Washington football team. So Dwayne Haskins is still not getting it done. Classic. All right, here we go. Sam Darnold taken over at great field position at the Steelers' 25-yard line, but he goes down for a sack on the first play. This must translate to a touchdown. You have great field position. You can't rely on another field goal. You cannot settle for another field goal. Sam Darnold must get it done. Takes a sack on first down. Here we go. 2nd and 16 now. Empty backfield. Here we go. Throws a pass, and this is real great tight coverage on Rabbi Anderson, a slant over the middle, and could not get it done. Incomplete pass. Now it's 3rd and 16. Sam Darnold, you got to complete the ball right here. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. 3rd and 16 for Sammy D. Drops back to pass, and he's going to take another sack. Oh, my God. It's a fumble. Do they call fumble? They call incomplete. But once again, now it's another kind of longer field goal, and we just saw the field goal kicker struggle to make it on that first one. So you're putting your team in a bad situation overall. They're going to review this. Sam Darnold, is this going to be a true fumble, or are they going to call this incomplete? They call that incomplete. I think that's the right call. Here we go. Kicker's back up here. Can he make this kick? Let's see. Nope, it's wide. Unfortunate. Sam Darnold taking those sacks, taking those hits, not being able to move the ball, and you just squandered a huge, great opportunity, folks. Did they start at their own 25 or 30, or did they start at the Steelers 25 or 30? Whatever it is, it's great field position that you need to seize. So Sam Darnold struggling here in the first quarter, not doing really anything great. Some good completions, but they're all kind of dink and dunk within the 5 yards, 7 yards max maybe. Nothing going downfield. All right, next possession here by Sam Darnold, starting at his own 20-yard line. 2nd and 8 here. Drops back to pass. Pockets collapsing. Finds a wide receiver over the middle of the field for 8 yards in the first down. All right, after the first down, they're going to go play action pass. He's got to stop his kind of rollout short because the pressure was already getting there, but he delivers a good ball right there for about 7-8 yards to the tight end. All right, 2nd and 3 now. Let's see him continue to move this ball here. All right, handoff to the running back, and it brings up 3rd down. Let's see what Matt Rule decides to call right here. What do they go with? Are they going to finally trust Sam Darnold to get it done on 3rd down? Because the running game has not been able to do it for the last couple. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Sam Darnold drops back to pass, and it's incomplete. He threw it way behind Robbie Anderson right here. So you can't trust the running game. Maybe we can when Christian McCaffrey plays, but let's watch this throw one more time. Was this behind? Oh, way behind Robbie Anderson. Really should have been picked. So Sam Darnold not doing anything good here at the start of this game, and we know how preseason goes. The more drives that go from the start to the end, the less starters play, the more that we get the 2nd and 3rd stringers. So Sam Darnold not able to do anything for the first quarter and a half against the Steelers team that started Dwayne Haskins on offense. And look at this. They're going to get a punt return muff by the Steelers to return for a touchdown by the Panthers. So we may be looking at the score. If you didn't watch the game last night, you're just looking at the score. Oh, 34-9. Oh, Sam Darnold must have been good. No, that gets called back, unfortunately. But still potential right there. Sam Darnold not putting up any points. Oh, do they? No, they don't call that. They just call it turnover. So once again, Sam Darnold. So they call that muff punt that went for a touchdown. They call them down. But once again, great field position at the Steelers' own 15-yard line. Can Sam Darnold finally take advantage? Here we go. They run the ball on first down with not Chuba Hubbard. Who's this other guy we got going on? Spencer Brown? All right, it picks up 2 yards. Sam Darnold on 2nd and 8. A setup wide receiver screen. A setup wide receiver screen that goes for a touchdown. That's nothing on Sam Darnold. They're not even trusting this man to get it done out here on 3rd down. And when they do give him the 3rd down, he doesn't take advantage. And then in the red zone, they do a wide receiver screen. This is nothing on Sam Darnold. You have to deliver the ball accurately there. He does. Okay, but I mean, the other 15 yards, it's all blocking and wide receiver. Sam Darnold really has no big impact on this play. You deliver the ball. Congratulations. So Sam Darnold, we're not sold on this man. I don't think this man is the truth. I don't think he's the answer. I don't think he's anything here for this Panthers team. Let's go one more drive. We'll go this last drive right here. Let's see what Sam Darnold can do. All right, starting at his own 13-yard line. Show us something good, Sammy. Here we go. All right, just a quick little pass to Chuba Hubbard out there goes for a good amount of yards. But once again, it's not really testing, down the field. It was like a 3-yard pass that goes for about 10, 15 yards. All right, they hand off the ball on first down after the first down pickup. 2nd and 5, moving the ball. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Sam Darnold drops back to pass once again. I mean, going to Chuba Hubbard out of the backfield and it's incomplete. I mean, that's on Chuba Hubbard. Sam Darnold, that's a decent ball, right? This is a decent ball. Yeah, that's right to him. Chuba Hubbard, I don't know what the hell that was. A jumping catch. He was wide open. But once again, still the little dink and dunkish. 3rd and 5. Let's see. Can Sam Darnold get it done? Here we go. 3rd and 5. Drops back to pass. There we go, an out route on the left sideline, and it goes for 5 yards for the first down, going to DJ Moore again, using these good wide receivers that he has. Everything's real short, though, still. All right, after the first down pickup, they're going to run the ball. Chuba Hubbard, there we go, baby. Finally, a run breaks big here, 12 yards, bingo, bango. Now at midfield, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Come on, Sammy D, come on. Chuba Hubbard with the carry again, picks up about 3-4 yards. I want to see Sam Darnold capitalize on this touchdown, on this drive. Here we go, right before half, 2 minutes coming up. They throw a flag. Who jumped off sides? Offense jumped off sides. All right, here we go. 2nd and 11, they do a draw play, and it gets nothing. Nothing. Now it's 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 at midfield, 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Carolina 3 timeouts. There's plenty of time, and he dinks it off. It's 3rd and 11, and he dinks it off, man. It picks up 8 yards, which is still good, but now it's 4th down. Damn, they go for it. 4th and 1. Let's see how they go for it. Let's see who they trust here in this scenario. 4th and 1, empty backfield for Sam Darnold. And there it is, another out route right here to DJ Moore. I mean, why are y'all giving him that left side of the field? I mean, it's wide open every single time. All right, Sam Darnold, here we go. After the first down pickup on 4th down, a strike over the middle. That's what we're talking about. 15, 20 yards, wide open. Bingo, bango, puts it right on the money. Bingo. That's what we're talking about. All right, now, inside the 10-yard line at the 8-yard line. 30 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts. Can do whatever you want right here, Sammy. Let's see how he gets it done. Here we go. And boom, it's a nice strike over the middle of the field, one-on-one matchup, and you go to Robbie Anderson. Fantastic. Ball seems to be a little bit behind right here. Let's watch this one more time. A little bit behind, but that's where you had to throw because where the defender was. Defender was out a little bit out in front, but great adjustment by Robbie Anderson. You can trust these wide receivers. Sam Darnold did, and finally two good throws at the end of that drive to finally get it going. So Sam Darnold, we're not the biggest believers in him. You know, the completion percentage is never that great. A lot of dink and dunk right here. He went 19 of 25 for 162 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. We're not going to watch the rest of it. I don't really care what you're doing at the second half against garbage teams. If he did play in the second half, I don't care. Did he play? I think he did. I think he did the first drive, yeah. Second drive too? No. But, I mean, we don't it's worse and worse competition as it progresses. So, Sam Darnold, Still a question mark on him. Is that really what we want heading into week number 1? I'm not a believer in Sam Darnold, folks. Alrighty, then we get the Eagles and the Jets. Let's quickly what do we got? No, we don't got to go through anything. We're gonna get out of here then. It's 1:03. We want to be out in time for this Bills-Packers game. So no starting quarterbacks playing for the Eagles and the Jets. Don't really care about that. I guess we can quickly watch Patty Mahomes because this man got it done. Should we watch Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, let's watch his best throws because Patrick Mahomes already looking in mid-season shape. So here we go. 2 minutes of Patrick Mahomes, and then we're out of here. Here we go. First play. Bingo. Setting his feet and then the sidearm throw. I'm sure y'all have seen this one on Twitter. It was absolutely blowing up the internet last night. But, it's absolutely fantastic. And he's going to Travis Kelce, who's wide open 20 yards down the field, 15 yards down the field, and then carries another 10 yards. And here it is. Just a sidearm of Patrick Mahomes. Folks, this is what we have to work with. Is Sam Darnold competing with this? No, of course not. So, Patrick Mahomes is already in midseason form in these preseason games, while some other quarterbacks are still struggling. And then it's Tyreek Hill, the best wide receiver in the league, getting wide open there, and Patrick Mahomes putting the absolute perfect touch on it. You can't stop this man. Watch this man work. It's just pure speed. Corner can't stay on him. And he got like 3 yards of separation at the end of his route, folks. Look at that. 5 yards? Was that 5 yards of separation? Jeez, folks, fantastic. You got to respect Tyreek Hill, folks. I have him as number 1 wide receiver in this league. Unapologetically as well. All right, throw over the middle of the field for 10 yards. Patrick Mahomes gearing up. Who is that? Robinson. Oh my goodness. What an issue this is going to be in the league, folks. Patty Mahomes, absolutely fantastic, and he's still looking great, folks. In case you needed a reminder, Patrick Mahomes is fantastic, right? All right, here we go. Oh my God, look at this play. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can we watch this again? 2nd and 2 at midfield, folks. It's like a triple, it's a read option. He decides to keep it. He could potentially throw out to this wide receiver, and it looks like he's going to. Freezes the defender right here. He's jumping at this ball, and then he's like, no, I've got one more better route right here. And then he stays cool, calm, collected, dumps it up to Travis Kelce for the first down. Oh my God, the best quarterback in the league getting it done, folks. Fantastic, dude. This is what we want to see. Oh my God, I can't wait for the regular season to start. Folks, we were watching preseason quarterbacks. We know this is what NFL quarterbacks are looking like right now. Starting NFL quarterbacks. And once again, rolling out to his right, dumps it back off left. Touchdown, bingo, bango. Look at this, really, really low. Great job by that receiver to go all the way down to the ground and get it before it touches the ground for a completion, for a touchdown. But it's just, how can you stop this? How can you stop this? So Patrick Mahomes showing us why he's the greatest quarterback in the league right now in preseason. And folks, he only played 2 drives, touchdown on both of them last night. Give the man some credit. Patrick Mahomes already in midseason form, and man, oh man, this is the level of quarterback play that we can't wait to watch in week 1. We've been, 3 weeks of garbage, mediocre quarterback play because of preseason, and last night was a treat watching Patrick Mahomes. So he's fine, folks. He is absolutely fine. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We're back tomorrow, live noon Eastern, breaking out all the preseason games from tonight. And we'll see you tomorrow and seeing what emerges. Is any other starting quarterback going to play today? I think Josh Allen's going to play, so hopefully we get to see what he's looking like. We just watched Patrick Mahomes, so. All right, folks, we're out of here. Enjoy the day of football as we will be doing, and we'll see you tomorrow as we all come together, sort it out, and see what we see, say what we see, and say what we say. Here we go, folks. We're out tomorrow. Out till tomorrow, live noon Eastern.